Hello and welcome to Before Exams. Here we help you to prepare for your competitive examinations. Subscribe to our channel so that whenever we post the content about your exam, you get the notification about it. Hello and welcome to this section of IELTS reading. So in this section, we'll be talking about the different type of questions which you will see in IELTS reading. In total, there are around 10 types of questions which you will be seeing in IELTS reading. Now, it's not mandatory that all the questions will be there in your exam, but there will be some type of questions which will be there in your exam. We'll be talking about those. Out of those 10, around 4 to 5 types of questions will come in your exam, but we have to prepare for all the types of questions. So what we'll be learning in this is we'll be learning about the types of questions which are asked, then overview of the questions that we'll be learning that what will be there in this question, in that kind of question, and what will be there in what will be there to test in that kind of question. Okay, so let's just go ahead and learn what will be there. Okay, so first of all, we'll be learning about the types of questions. Now, first type of questions is true, false, and not given question. Then we have short answer type questions. Do not worry about that. If you do not know that what this question means, we'll be learning about them. Then we have matching information question, then multiple choice questions, then we have features matching question, then is the sentence completion, next is summary completion question. After that, we have the match the heading question. Then we have matching sentence endings question. And then we have diagram labeling question. So we'll be doing about this one by one. First is the true, false, and not given question. Now, in true, false, and not given question, there will be a problem statement, and then what you have to do is you have to read the passage, and then you have to check whether that statement is present in the text or not. If it is present, then you have to strike off the not given thing, and then you have to check whether the information given is correct or not. If it is given, if it is correct, then it will be true. If it is not correct, then it will be false. So you need to figure out whether the statement is true, false, or not given according to the information which is given in the passage. This question checks the candidate skill set on full understanding of the content of the passage. It will check whether you have understood the passage fully or not, because only then you will be able to decide whether this information is correct or not, or whether this information is given or not in the passage. Only then you will be able to answer if you would have read the passage and you would have understood it correctly. The next kind is the short answer type questions. Now, in this type of question, there will be some facts which will be given in the text, and the candidate needs to answer the question according to the information given. There's stipulated word limit. So there will be a question, and then you have to answer. It will be given that you have to answer in not more than 2 or 3 words. So you do not have to exceed that words. What you have to do is you have to find the information from the passage, and then you have to answer it. But you have to be in that word limit only. You have to abide by that word limit only. If the answer exceeds the word limit, then you will not get any mark for it. It will be a 0. Even if your answer is correct, it will be a 0 if the word limit is exceeded. Okay, let's move on to the other type of question, which is the matching information. Now, in this, what you have to do is you have to simply match the following type of questions which require you to find the information from the text. So it is just like the match the following question that we have been doing in the past. There will be 2 tables. There will be information in one column. There will be information in other column, and you have to match the information from first column to the other column. Okay, these are pretty easy questions. You'll be able to answer them very easily and quickly, and also it will be a correct answer. Then we have multiple choice question. As the name suggests, there will be some choices which will be given. You have to check whether which choice is the best suited answer. So it will check the candidate ability or skill set about the, it will check the candidate's understanding of the text, whether you have understood the information given in the text. You have to select the correct choice here. Okay, so what will be given? There will be some choices which will be marked as A, B, C, D, E according to the number of options which will be given. It will be marked in the alphabetical order, and then you have to check and you have to choose which is the correct answer from those options. I hope you get it now. Next type of questions is the features matching question. Now, these types of questions are found in the last passage, because these are the tough questions, and tough questions is what you will find in the last passage of your IELTS reading test. It will be saying an invention, a discovery, research, etc. You need to figure out which research or discovery matches with what scientist or researcher or scholar which is given in the text. So you have to find, so in one column there will be research or something like that will be given, and in the other column it will be researcher or inventor or scientist who did that. So you have to match. So basically it's the match the following type of question only, but it is specific that there will be some saying, invention, discovery, research, and etc. like that. Okay. Now this type of questions test the skills of figuring out the specific information, because many times students, what they do is they get confused between the inventions. Let's say there are two inventions, and then there is one scientist, then they'll get confused that I'm sorry, if there are two inventions and then there are three scientists, then the candidate will get confused that which scientist invented what. So these are very confusing kind of questions, and that is why it makes them tough. Then we have sentence completion question. As the name suggests, there will be an incomplete sentence and you have to find the answer from the text and you have to complete it. It will be a word limit which will be provided, which is generally not more than 3 words. You have to abide by that that word limit. I'm sure you would have got it now. So for these type of questions, you have to scan and skim the text very quickly. Then we have summary completion question. These are one of the easiest question in IELTS. Basically, these are fill-up type of questions, wherein it will be a summary and then there are fill-ups. You have to answer, you have to fill those up by reading the passage. It will be around 1 to 2 words in which you have to answer. Now, the text, it will have some fill-ups. You have to fill that summary up. As I said, the limit will be 1 to 2 or maximum 3 words. Then we have the other type of question, which is Then we have the other type of question, which is the matching the heading questions. In this, there will be some headings, a list of headings which will be given, and you have to match the heading with the correct passage. So let's say there are 7 passages and 8 headings. You have to figure out that which heading is best suited for first passage, which heading is best suited for the second passage. Then the next is the matching sentence endings questions. Again, it is like the summary completion question or the sentence completion question, wherein there will be a sentence which will be incomplete and you have to answer in stipulated word limit by finding the information from the text or the passage which is given. Also, these are the one of the easiest questions. So I would suggest you to always attempt these questions first if you see these questions, because it will really help you to gain confidence. Because if you'll be making the correct answers and you'll be making the correct choices, it will really boost up your confidence to attempt the rest of the exam. So I hope this is clear to you. These type of questions, what all type of questions will be there in your test and how you have to attempt these questions is what we'll be doing in the next lectures. But till now, what are the types of questions? What are the overview of those types of questions? This is clear to you. There is one type of questions, the diagram labeling question, which I haven't talked about in this lecture, but we'll be doing that about that question in the upcoming lecture, the strategy how to attempt those kind of questions. So we'll be doing that because it will require a lot of time. So that is why I have made a different video for that, and we'll be learning about that in the upcoming lectures. So I hope you enjoyed this lecture. I hope now you have the information about the overview of the types of questions that are there in your exam. So thank you, and have a nice day. For the homework exercise, you can always mail me on the mail ID given in the description, and I'll be mailing you the assignment. Thank you, and have a great day to you. Bye bye.